Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday morning, May 10th. A very nice stretch of weather coming up for the Mid-Atlantic region, the Northeast U.S., much of the Eastern U.S. Much of the action in terms of rainfall and the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms over the next 5 days will come over the middle part of the nation. Before we get to the weather situation, let's take a quick look at the sun. Sun's been pretty active lately. We're in the middle of solar cycle 25. It's still ramping up towards a peak, probably sometime later in 2024, maybe early 2025. That peak, the maximum phase of this particular solar cycle, could certainly change one way or the other. Again, some activity right now. In fact, we're really right now in the midst of a coronal mass ejection. This is the latest look at the sun, and we can see multiple sunspots, not too surprising, with, again, solar cycle 25 ramping up right now to more and more sunspot activity, more and more coronal mass ejections, as, again, we're climbing towards the maximum phase period of solar cycle 25. These particular sunspots right here, when they were directly facing the Earth over the last 24 to 48 hours or so, actually had a coronal mass ejection, and that is causing some northern lights right now in the areas around the world where it's dark, and certainly something to look out for over the next couple of nights. We have a model here we'll go to next. In fact, let's pull that up right now. This is a model that NASA has that shows kind of the movement of coronal mass ejection. This being the sun right here, and the little green dot right here represents the Earth, and you can see here going in this time period from May 7th all the way out to the 13th. Right here, we'll see here the initial thrust of the coronal mass ejection. You can see parts of it certainly comes and impacts the Earth's atmosphere right there as of last night, going into the day today. And again, there's some signs that there may be enough residual impact later on tonight to watch for the northern lights in the higher latitudes, and even the next couple of nights. There's enough activity right now that for those northern lights viewers, make sure to pay attention if you have some clear skies, not only tonight but over the next few nights. Again, a lot of activity right now on the sun with those sunspots that were directly facing the Earth over the past couple of days. Now let's take a look at the weather situation across the nation. This is the forecast map from last night's 0Z run of the GFS, the operational version for the next 5 days. Total liquid equivalent precipitation, as I mentioned up front, the middle of the nation is really where a lot of the activity is. And here we see purples here, with any purple area here represents at least at a minimum of 2 inches of rain over the next 5 days. A lot of significant rainfall over the state of Texas, but really all the way up and down the middle of the nation. There will be some appreciable rainfall over the next several days here. Again, we're talking about going into latter part of the upcoming weekend from right here at midweek. Meanwhile, Northeast U.S., Mid-Atlantic, a beautiful few days here. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Maybe some showers on Saturday, and then again Sunday night into the day on Monday. But a lot of the activity in terms of significant rainfall from all the way from the south central states to the northern plains over the next 5 days. Similarly, the action in terms of the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorm activity mostly confined to the middle part of the nation. This is for later today into tonight along the eastern part of the Rocky Mountain states and throughout the western part of the plains. A possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms move forward. This is on the day Thursday right here, and again, mostly in the middle part of the nation, right here across the heartland, the threat of possible strong to severe thunderstorms on Thursday, and then we'll move forward here to the next day, and similarly, most of the action maybe a little bit less intense on Friday, right here across the middle part of the nation. So again, a lot of the rainfall a lot of the strong to severe thunderstorm activity over the next 5 days right over the central U.S. Well, let's walk through the operational version of the GFS in terms of the surface forecast maps. High pressure in control over the mid-Atlantic and northeast U.S. And whenever you have plenty of sunshine this time of the year, you can almost guarantee quite nice temperatures, quite warm temperatures, and that will be the case. Philadelphia, D.C., New York City, for example, probably reaching the lower 70s today. That'll increase to the low to mid 80s by the time we get to Friday afternoon. Again, with high pressure in control of the northeastern quadrant of the nation. Very nice weather Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Meanwhile, here we go. Out in the central part of the nation, we see some blobs of precipitation right now, and even some heavier stuff down across southeastern part of Texas. Let's move forward here. And here we go. Again, a lot of the action over the middle part of the nation over the next couple of days. Here we are on Thursday afternoon, evening, all the way into the day on Friday. And look at this, some heavy rainfall by the time we get to Friday night over Texas, and pretty significant low showing up here late Friday night, early Saturday over the northern plains. Again, this is the area with the significant rainfall and the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorm activity. Saturday morning forecast map, some shower activity in the mid-Atlantic region. This is probably the next shower threat. Nothing in the cards for today, tomorrow, or Friday, but this is late Friday night into Saturday. Possibility of some showers. Heavier rain, significant rainfall over Texas and all the way up to the northern plains. An impact by low pressure and also a trailing frontal system all the way down to Texas. This is, again, Saturday, and we go into the day on Sunday. Still a lot of rainfall out over the middle part of the nation. Probably dry conditions for the most part on Sunday in the mid-Atlantic region, but then we get this activity over the middle of the nation. Finally moves into the east by the time we get to Monday morning. You see low pressure right here over the mid-Atlantic region by the time we get to Monday, and a lot of this is what remains of what was left over over the central part of the nation over the next several days. But again, a lot of the activity in terms of rainfall and the possibility of strong thunderstorm activity will be over the middle part of the nation over the next 3, 4, 5 days. Very nice weather Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, mid-Atlantic, northeast U.S. That's it for now. Watch for possible northern lights, not only tonight, but the next few nights, as well as the sun is certainly going through a pretty active time period right now. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, this has been meteorologist Paul Dorian.